Buenos días y bienvenidos a todos. Good morning and welcome to a community that's dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shear, and I am the Spiritual Director and Founding Minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. If you would like to join us for the live Zoom meeting, please contact me for the link and the password, or check our website, www.cslpv.org, on the weekly talk section, as well as on the landing page. Today is Sunday, October 13th, 2024, and it is the Thanksgiving Day weekend in Canada. So happy Thanksgiving to all my Canadian friends and family. We are continuing with our annual theme, a Grand Rising, as well as our monthly theme, Power to the People. And the topic for this week is our personal power. So at this time, I'd like to once again welcome everyone, including those that are new to our teaching and to our center here in Puerto Vallarta, whether you are on the live Zoom call or watching at a later time. And here we teach a philosophy that honors all faith traditions. So whatever path you are on, know that it is the right one for you. No matter what your background is, please know that everyone is welcome, and we value each and every one of you. As I mentioned, we teach a philosophy called the Science of Mind. It's a teaching based on new thought and ancient wisdom, where we offer spiritual tools and principles to promote personal growth. And we honor diversity in all aspects. When Dr. Ernest Holmes was asked to provide a concise definition of the teaching of the science of mind, he had replied that it is a correlation of laws of science, opinions of philosophy, and revelations of religion applied to human needs and aspirations. So each week, we offer an inspirational message. We have our Zoom meeting at 10 a.m., as well as meeting in person at 12 noon when the weather is permissible. So if you are here in Puerto Vallarta and want to meet in person now, please let me know so we can arrange that. But the in-person meetings will continue once the weather is a bit cooler and there are more people here for the season. So as we do each week, let's review our purpose, vision, and mission statement. We have a grand purpose here each week, and that is to awaken and celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. We do this by means of our vision, creating the life you desire. This is supported by our mission to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. And more on all of these can be found on their own drop-down link on our website. So please check it out for further details on all of those. So let's get into this. Clean power supports creating a life you want to experience, creating the life you desire. It originates within and through us as integrity, accountability, and being true to our values. And the journey toward clean personal power is always going on within us. How power shows up and out, pictures in our life, reveals how our inner work is going. So supportive questions to ask ourselves include, is there a hidden agenda in my expression of power? Or how does my expression of power relate to my values? When asked what to pray for, Ernest Holmes answered by praying We can pray for anything that brings more life and harms no one. This may sound like an oath of a medical profession or a legal profession, or in fact, any person in a government position. Well, this approach also works for our personal use of power as well. So ask yourself, am I using my power to bring more life? Does my expression of power harm others? And how can I use my personal power in a more clean and life-sustaining way? Well, Ernest Holmes said this: life will be to you what you are to it. Link your will, your thought, your imagination, and your feeling with divine presence. So one of the fundamental steps we need to take in creating a new design for living is the recognition that we are dealing with a power that makes things out of itself by becoming the thing that it makes. There is no separation between creator and creation. They are one and the same thing. It's not this is this not the way that everything is created? Is not everything made out of that which cannot be seen? Is not the invisible always becoming visible in accordance with form or pattern? In helping ourselves, we are not using some mysterious power of concentration, some unknown force, but rather are consciously using the creative energy of the mind, which, once recognized, may be definitely and specifically employed. And those are the words of Dr. Ernest Holmes in his book, A New Design for Living. So the science of mind recognizes our place of power in creation as part of who we are as individualized expressions of the divine. We are called to stand in our power as an expression of truth. The practical application of our power is to bring more life. This doesn't mean that we ignore or bypass the challenges that we might find in life. No, it means that we stand in our power from a place of high watch, allowing our unity to determine how we express power rather than coming from a place of separation, hurt, or seeking control. Here's a quote from our global vision. We envision a world where each and every person discovers their own personal power. So spirit is the foundation. When we align ourselves with the God of our understanding, we are entrusting that our good is assured. There is a good and I ought to have it. We relinquish the need to force or manipulate outcomes and instead commit to doing what is ours to do, welcoming and supporting the natural unfolding of our desires. Similarly, with clean power, we adopt a comparable approach. We recognize that true empowerment is not about controlling or imposing our will on others or other situations, but instead we use our power to nourish and uphold the manifestation of our good and the highest good for all involved. So in both cases, the key lies in releasing the ego's desire for control and surrendering to the wisdom and guidance of the higher power within us. By aligning our power with the flow of the universe and acting with love and compassion, we co-create a reality that reflects harmony, joy, and abundance for ourselves and everyone around us. Ernest Holmes wrote this: "The power of God is my power." And anyone can make a difference. Everyone can make a difference. The idea that I'm only one person and cannot make a difference is not a reason to not act. Right now, it's the election season in both Canada and the United States. Each one of us makes a difference. We all have the right and responsibility to vote. It's time for a new definition of making a difference. Rosa Parks was one person on her way home from work. By choosing to metaphorically stand for her rights, she helped initiate the civil rights movement in America. She did what was hers to do that day. Nothing more, nothing less. This is what we are called to do with our power. Be present and do what is ours to do. We too have the power to change the world with a single decision. So let's use our power for good, to speak a word of support and be there for someone in need. Let someone merge ahead of us on the highway, whatever it is. Small actions can make a big difference, especially when we make them from a place of clean power. We are capable of making a difference beyond a single moment. Let me share you this story. Stephanie Geminata was born in 1986. She was bullied through school and called a germ. Labeled as weird and an outsider, she struggled to make it through school. What kept her going was her love of music, both singing and playing the piano. She sang at open mic nights throughout high school and auditioned for many events with numerous rejections. Later, she was sexually abused and suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder. Despite all these setbacks, she continued to believe in her passion and purpose for being here. We know her today as Lady Gaga. She is recognized for her many philanthropic causes, including those of the LGBTQ plus community and other marginal groups. She's been an advocate for mental health issues, women's causes, and civil rights in general. Lady Gaga is an excellent example of someone who has found their inner power and passionately lives their purpose out loud. One person standing in truth can be a catalyst for change. Are you willing to stand in your truth? Ernest Holmes wrote this: "You must realize that this creative power which I am is also the creative power which you are, for you and I are one." So you might be asking the question, how and where can I use my power for good? This essential question prompts us to recognize the limitless potential within ourselves to make a positive impact in the world. The answer is simple yet profound. Everywhere. The transformative force of our power is unleashed when we wield it with authenticity, integrity, and most importantly, with love. By Aligning our actions with our core values, we infuse our power with purpose and meaning. Embracing Dr. Ernest Holmes' guidance, we understand that using our power for our own good is not selfish, but rather it's an essential aspect of our spiritual journey. When we nurture and empower ourselves, we radiate that energy outward, uplifting others and contributing to the greater good. It's no secret that during my first marriage, I was in an abusive relationship. And it took many years for me to stand up and tell my story publicly at a Take Back the Night rally in the 1990s. It's a a movement that started in 1976 as a protest to sexual abuse from hundreds with hundreds of events held in over 30 countries. I, along with many other women, sent postcards to our government at the time, demanding fair treatment by the police and courts when reporting abuse against women. As a result, new laws were put into place. In every interaction, every decision, and every endeavor, we hold the key to channeling our power for positive change. By grounding our expressions of power in love and compassion, we can create a ripple effect that spreads harmony, understanding, and healing throughout our lives and the lives of others that we touch. So let's embrace this profound truth and embark on a path of conscious empowerment, using our power as a force for good in all aspects of our existence. Rob Bell wrote this: "What would it look like for you to approach tomorrow with a sense of honor and privilege, believing that you have work to do in the world, that it matters, that it's needed, and that you have a path and you're working your craft?" So, in conclusion, let me just say that life is not a spectator sport. Blessed with free will and the keys to the kingdom of our potential, it is our responsibility to use our power for good. Embracing this truth, we begin to seek out meaningful ways to make a difference, ignited by our passions and desires to create positive change. Perhaps you are passionate about making people feel welcome and safe. As we engage in acts of kindness and service, we tap into a boundless reservoir of clean power within us. The more we use this power for noble purposes, the more abundantly it flows, and the clearer our intentions and expressions become. So let's embrace the gift of personal power and fearlessly wield it in service of the greater good. As we act with love, integrity, and compassion, we uplift ourselves and others, leaving a lasting imprint of positivity on the fabric of existence. Remember, life is not a spectator sport. It is an opportunity to shine our light and contribute to the tapestry of life's unfolding beauty. And I'll leave you with one more quote. Each morning, we are born again. What we do today is what matters most. And that leads us to our affirmation for the week. I stand in my power as a presence for good. And now for news and updates at our center. If you're interested in learning more about the Science of Mind teaching, we offer courses via Zoom as well as in person. So connect with me or check our website to find out the details. There's a separate column for upcoming classes, including a calendar. And although we've just started the in-person Spanish practitioner studies, we also have a class for English-speaking students. So let me know if you are needing or requiring to take this course now, and we can arrange to put that on the calendar that meets your schedule. And also let me know if there's another specific course, a workshop, or even a book study that you're interested in, so that we can plan dates for these as well. And if you would like a one-on-one connection for spiritual mind treatment to assist you with whatever is going on in your life, then please connect with me for that as well. And if you would like to become a member of the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta for this current year, as we do renew memberships annually, or if you would like to be on our board of trustees, please contact me so you can be sent the applicable forms. I'd also like to remind you to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. And now is our time for mindfully giving and financial support of our spiritual home. We rely on your support at our center here in Puerto Vallarta so that we can continue offering this powerful teaching of the science of mind. We bless the financial gifts that you give today, no matter the amount. Donations can be made using PayPal or Tithely through our website, www.cslpv.org. And you'll find the donate buttons on both the landing page as well as the top of the page where you find these weekly replays of our talks. Alternatively, you can still mail in a paper check by addressing it to CSLPV number 403 2125 Birch Road, Kelowna, BC, B1Y8N1. And now please join me in our offertory affirmation. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. So thank you for coming and sharing this time together. And let's continue practicing peace. We can each be a force for peace and nonviolence. Our words and our actions can create ripples of peace all around us and beyond. Peaceful living includes acting with compassion, kindness, and consideration. And it also includes standing up against injustice. May peace and love be with you. Blessings to all.